Alright, Shalom. Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the brothers that are laboring throughout the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. It's 12 Pariyah from the Providence, Rhode Island camp. This is going to be part 4 of the Genesis 49 series. Alright, and we're going to be going into Zebulon in this video. And, Lord willing, it's edifying. Alright, ultimately this series is to edify whomever may want to know who they are according to the Bible, who their brother is, as well as who their enemy is, because the enemy will be mentioned. Okay, so, the Wadi Abba Shemal Shah, throwing the spirit upon me to keep this series going, man. Yeah, it wouldn't be able to without the powers, man, But with that being said, enough talking. This is Genesis 49 and verse 13, Zebulon. All right, in the Hebrew, it's pronounced Zabalawan. All right, which means dweller. Okay, and this is known to be the Guatemalans all the way to Panama. Okay. And it says, shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon. Alright, so let's go into a few words here. And that word haven means seashore, coast, shore. Alright, so one thing, just a quick reminder, is in this chapter, the father Jacob is telling his children the prophecy that's going to befall them in the last days. So I'm going to pull up a quick map. Okay, this is an ancient map right here. You see it right there, 12 tribes of Israel, according to the book of Joshua. So this is the land where Zebulon is at, man. And there's no ships. No ships could get through there, man. So it would only make sense that this is talking about the future, right? So let's go back a little bit. So this is the world map, okay? Because that was when Manasseh was Salakia. The biblical, the old ancient map that I just showed on the screen was on the eastern side of the world, okay? Okay, so right here, okay, Zebulon dwelling right here, Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Honduras, right, Panama, okay, and that's right there. The reason why it said what it said here. And when you read about Zebulon, it says, shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven for ships. Now, what you got around here is the Panama Canal. All right, let's grab a few images of that. The Panama Canal. Okay, a whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of ships go through there, man. Transporting goods back and forth. Okay. This is the route that they take, right? Shall be a port for ships. That's what it's talking about. All right. So let me see. I had another image. Oh yeah. So just to go real quick. Look up this word Panama. Okay, it's etymology. It says probably from an unknown Guarani word traditionally said to mean place of many fishes, right? Because there was many fish. There is many fishes here. Let's go. Look, it's right in the middle of the ocean, the water. All right. Can't deny that this is the tribe of Zebulon right here. You know, you're just teaching what we were taught, man. Okay? Continuing in the doctrine which ye have learned. All right? Let's pull up a little bit of some information. All right? It's right here. This is countries and their cultures. History and ethnic relations. Emergence of Panama became an autonomous nation because of its function as the custodian of the Trans-Isthmus shipping route, the path between the seas. It gained independence in 1903 as part of an American-sponsored revolt against Colombia that led to the signing of a treaty granted the United States the right to build the Panama Canal. The Spanish discovered and conquered Panama between 1502 and 1519. At that time, it was referred to as the Castilla de Oro, a source of gold and potential converts. Yeah, they converted a lot of the Israelites that were dwelling in that land into Roman Catholics. All right, because that was the language that they were, the religion that they were practicing, and as well as, you know, the same reason why they speak Spanish. You know, they were conquered by the Spanish. Okay. To keep reading, it says, from 1519 through 1538, the area that is now Panama was a base for soldiers sent to conquer the Indian civilizations in South America. Yeah, you know, these devils, all they did was take advantage of the kindness, okay, that the northern tribes were, you know, showing towards them. But, you know, they didn't know any better, and ultimately prophecies had to be fulfilled, right? It says after 1538, it was used as a land route to Spain's South American colonies and transshipment point for Indian gold. All right, they knew that the land was rich, so they had to keep coming back. Okay, in fact, matter of fact, we're gonna go back to this and read it again. It says, Zebulon shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon. Right? It's in Solomon, okay, actually had sent some Hamites down to the Americas. Okay, matter of fact, let's grab the account. 1 Kings chapter 9. All right, so we're gonna start here at verse 25. And 3 times in a year did Solomon offer burnt offerings and peace offerings upon the altar which he built unto Yahweh, and he burnt incense upon the altar that was before Yahweh. So he finished the house. And King Solomon made a navy of ships in Ezion-Geber, which is beside Eloth, on the shore of the Red Sea in the land of Edom. And Hiram set in the navy his servants, shipmen that had knowledge of the sea, with the servants of Solomon. Okay, says those are the Hamites, right? Says, and they came to Ophir. All right, Ophir. Let's look at this word real quick. Ophir, right here, find gold. And what did we just read over here? Highlighting this. After 1538, it was used as a land route to Spain's South American colonies and a transshipment point for Indian gold. Okay, so Indian gold, what it's talking about Ophir, it was talking about the Americas. You see? If you got the eyes to see, ears to hear, you will, Lord willing, see the connection. It says, and fetch from thence gold 420 talents and brought it to King Solomon. Okay, now when those Hamites, when they went down to that land, they left landmarks, all right, up down in South Central America, called Olmecs, the Olmec heads. This right here, okay, the Olmec heads. These really, you gotta use the spirit of discernment, man. These don't look like these are Hamites right here. Them white ass noses that look like damn ham, man. Okay, these Olmec heads, it don't belong to Israel. It belonged to the Hamites. Okay, the Olmecs were not our people. All right. There was something else that I wanted to get. Okay, yeah. So another thing too is, let me go back here. Another thing too is that Zebulon, all right, it related to the Mayans. So like it, man. Bear with me, man. All right, Zebulon, okay. They received the byword known as the Mayans. Okay, and in fact, that word Mayan means spring. Okay, like springs of water. All right, and they was all up and down. Matter of fact, let me grab this. Shalak, bear with me. I thought I had this image up. Okay. Show you brothers. Con. Okay, up here, this is showing the image or highlight of where the Mayans dwelt. All right, let's see right here. This is another good one. Yeah, this is a good one too. So up here is called the Yucatan Peninsula. All right, now Mayans dwelt in that area. Okay, but it was mainly Aztecs that was in that area. All right, and the Aztecs, for those who know, okay, are the Mexicans, so-called Mexicans. Okay, and one thing for certain is, because I know, you got your brothers see the pyramids here, right? Because that actually reminded me to grab this precept. Let me just go to Deuteronomy 33 and start at verse 18. It says, and of Zebulon he said, rejoice, Zebulon, in thy going out, and Issachar being the so-called Mexicans. Okay. It says, in thy tents they shall call the people unto the mountain. There they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they shall suck off the abundance of the seas and of the treasures hid in the sand. Okay. Now, the mountains is talking about the pyramids. All right. And before they were doing all their wicked sacrifices, they was at a point doing actually righteous sacrifices and worshiping together. All right. A lot of people can't see it, but or see or believe it, but the Aztecs and the Mayans, they were actually dwelling together, coexisting at one point. Okay. So, as we're going to read the 19th verse again. They call the people unto the mountain. There they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they shall suck of the abundance of the seas and of the treasures hid in the sand. Okay. And that land is very rich. Okay. The land is very, very rich. Okay. That's why the Spaniards kept going there. Okay, we read about the gold that was there. All right. Let me select it for the noise. There's a man right. We're gonna look up one of the Spaniards. All right. Some more. All right. Hernan Cortez was a Spanish conquistador who led an expedition that caused the fall of the Aztec Empire and brought large portions of what is now mainland Mexico under the rule of the King of Castile. All right. He took down the so-called Mexicans. Okay, but he went over there for the resources. All right. It says, but to a family of lesser nobility, Cortez chose to pursue adventure and riches in the New World. You see, he went to Hispaniola and later went to Cuba. Okay, he went to Cuba where he received encomienda. Let's see what that's talking about. It was a Spanish labor system that rewarded conquerors with the labor of particular groups of conquered non-Christian people. All right, so slaves. Okay, and we actually gonna read more about this guy here, you know, Lord willing, in the next video. Okay, but let's go back real quick. And those of you who know, the only reason why they knew about the Americas was because of reading Second Esdras, right? Second Esdras, the 13th chapter, all right? Arsareth, okay? Okay, they came from Europe. They knew that, okay, Europe was the bottomless pit, okay, that it lacked resources. So they had to go to the Americas, man. They had to go to the Americas, man. You know? But, yeah, so that wraps up, okay, part 4 of this Genesis 49 series. Lord willing, it was edifying to whomever was tuning in. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Shalom.